right, so I'm excited to see who they're going to be choosing here. But guys, I believe that we're just going to be getting into game one. Ryze and Godly, classical pairing here. We're seeing the Kaya and we're seeing the Telios. It seems like Telios has never actually left us. And Wess and Vemtankilo, of course, we're going to be seeing the Tesca and the Zariel as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're looking at a composition that's very, very strong in no matter what region you're playing in. But Wess and Vem, I think, putting on a great showing of what double gauntlets can look like. We saw this in the Moonier Acno team that just won over Future Bubble and Marking with double gauntlets. Look to get some success there. Wess going for the big read. That's the same read that worked on Acno at Midseason Championship in the 1v1 space, but we won't find it here versus this very tenured team.
Oh, Vem with the coverage, able to catch that landing. Nicely done. Ryze trying to back up through a little bit. I like that D-Sig. That was a good idea. Okay, side light gonna be coming through, and that side sig combo was so nice. Not getting hit by the second hit of the side light. He found the space in between, but it was not enough to be able to KO. Still such good timing. Godly backing up a little bit here. He wants to be able to get that scoop, and he finds that scoop.
Oh, and a nice pickup there with a D-Light into side air. Ryze looking so good on the spear. Godly holding on to the axe now. They know what they're able to do with this weapon combination. And we've seen so many iterations of it, but these are the legends of choice now. And they look so solid as they're able to bounce off each other very well. But this time the blue team come out on top with the synergy. The GC side light looking to create some space on the left side, but no big hits there.
Guys, he was just playing patiently. He wasn't committing to anything. He was waiting for something to happen to Godly just so that he could go in and interrupt to perhaps even find a follow-up. He finds a pogo, he finds a down, and a nice switch. The light still gonna be coming through. Wess, oh my gosh. The back, wow, got broken. Okay, guys, how's he gonna get back onto the stage? He finds a pogo. Vem with the reversal, finding a stock for himself. Oh my gosh, everybody's getting so, like, aggressive off stage.
Yeah, that's exactly what I want to see for the team of Wess and Vem. It makes a lot more sense that the red team are happy to hold on there. Was that weapon toss a little bit of assistance to his own teammate that time? Very, very impressive that it actually worked out in their favor. You see a recovery there. Nice. KO off the top. Godly with a hammer nair of his own as well. That's going to find another stock. They're up a stock here on the side of Ryze, who's been a great stock tank. The pillar you need to see from the red team. Yeah,
but he has to be the one to be able to lead. He has to be the one that is in front, so that the bulk of the damage is going to him. He sets up at the side light. Godly, oh no, he's converging onto his own teammate here. That's okay, he's backing up. Oh, this is it, this could be huge. But where was the follow-up? That should have been Godly's, I don't know, like an Ensu or something.
Yeah, I definitely have to agree. I need to see more follows from this team. Obviously a team that really hasn't ever practiced before besides today. D-Light into side air. Nice interruption from Godly there. Ryze immediately picking up, going for the big read there, but he gets a side air on the way back to the stage. A great heads-up play as the Nair will find the KO off the top, and we're going for the GC breakdance. We don't find time to dance here at the BCX stage quite yet. A nice little interrupt from Vem, I think, there to avoid getting KO'd, but that sliding signature is a 3-stock win for the team across the world from each other. They make it happen here in Atlanta. Incredible showing already.
Yeah, solid game one for Ryze and Godly here. So what is it that they've already established? I think I like the way that Ryze is playing back. He's not immediately committing. Oftentimes, they're finding themselves in like really good positions. Let's say Godly's on the ground. Ryze is the one that's playing a little bit more floaty. He's just waiting. He's waiting for something to happen. He's waiting for Godly to get hit. He's backing up and he's giving enough space. And he's really relying on his own execution to be able to punish. I think that was really good. I think the danger there is if Wess and Vemtankilo, they collapse onto Ryze, I think that would be a chip in this armor for sure.
Yeah, I definitely have to agree with that. I mean, they're getting away with a lot too. I feel like they're not like so tight on the connections. They're not getting like a lot of the safety things where you're saving your own teammate. And speaking of which, Godly does not have enough time to save his teammate in Ryze, and you said it exactly there. Finding the pressure onto Ryze, and pressure, I mean, just too much for it as Ryze loses his stock so early on.
Oh, but nice scoop, but there it is again, right? Vemtankilo Hughes there to cover Ryze. Beautifully done. That is going to be Wess's first stock gone. Vemtankilo, is he going to be soon to follow?
Oh my goodness!
That side sig, it works out. It is so active.
Wess sees what happened to his teammate, immediately dodges off the stage, dashes away from all of the action, and says, I'm going to wait for my teammate to come back, because we just saw what can happen off of one conversion. If Godly can get a signature at the end, it could be lights out, but Wess's signature will be the one. He takes a page out of Godly's book and finds a KO with a side sig.
Godly landing back down, he's able to get the sideline as they get off being. Vem is like watching all this happen. He's like, I don't exactly know at what point I want to interrupt this. Wess backing up a little bit here. Vemtankilo whiffs that sidelight, no punish. The follow-up was unsuccessful.
You see side sig that time, goes for the ground pound in that situation. Vem looking for an edge guard onto Ryze, but now he's in the 2v1, somehow getting a side air there on Ryze with the sweat beads, and his teammate, Godly's weapon toss actually finds a way to KO his own teammate. That is so bad.
that's tough. Okay, so that sucked too, PJ. Did it happen? Did you see anything?
I mean, you got to definitely forget about it for sure here.
Oh, I didn't see anything at all, so it's a good thing that you were watching the whole time. All right, Vem, how do you hold on to the stock lead? Like that target switch with the GC sidelight, nicely done. Ryze is playing back a little bit here. Cider and like good interruption once again, stopping these combos, but I think the blue team, they have to focus on Ryze.
Oh, what a ground pound into Cider. Ryze in a bad spot. The weapon toss off the ground pound as well. Ryze trying to get saved by Godly. Godly gets an unarmed recovery, but he loses the stock in the process, believing in his teammate. But there, Ryze, I think, realizes that the situation is too big for him and just decides to hold off the stage. And I wonder, Dara, if that's a sign of what's to come or a fluke game. What game was it? Game 1 or game 2? That was a fluke for one of these teams. We'll have to see in game 3, but that was a complete 180.
That was a complete 180, and it's because of just how strong they opened off, right? I talked about it. I think with this team composition, I'm going to give myself all the credit, but, you know, focusing on two guys who is a lot of, I feel like it should be the focus because it allows Godly just to be able to kind of do whatever he wants. It allows Godly just to be like, hey, my teammate's always got my back. Well, when your teammate no longer has your back, what happens to Godly? The answer is, well, nothing good. So, we're going to this next game. It is game 3. It's 1-1. Let's see what we got.
I want to see something big from one of these teams. I want to see a big team combo, a big edge guard, a big gimp early on. I feel like that's the big deciding factor is when two teams are so solid and so strong. The big X factor moments are the moments that win you games and win you sets. We see a side stick there and a weapon toss as well. Vem going for a big ground pound. The down air as well. It doesn't find a KO, but puts a lot of pressure onto Ryze as Godly loses this 1v1, takes so much damage, loses his weapon in the process, and Ryze finally gets a hit onto Wess, and Godly lands back down onto a hammer.
Oh my gosh, they are just switching positions back and forth. Vem not gonna be able to get the GC D-Light of his dreams. Okay, guys, he's just playing back a little bit once again, not committing to anything crazy. Vem, that ground pound was unsuccessful. It wasn't able to connect, but that's okay. They still get that first stock off of Godly. Oh, tries to go for the follow-up, not able to find it.
Right there, we see a big down air to take it off the top, the scoop and score. D-Light into recovery as well. Chasing high up with the chase notch up into the side of the recovery as well. Vem, without a weapon, gets hit with another nair, but somehow makes it back. Goes for the N-Sig off stage, nowhere near able to get a hit. Maybe just thanking the ability to just land back on the stage because the red team are chasing. Ryze is looking so good on the spear. The Cider will find the KO, and the red team with another stock lead. A slight one at that, but still a lead.
Yeah, but that was still his first stock. Look at Godly's damage. Guys, he's going to be out of here in like about 3 seconds from now. He's going to miss that follow-up. Vem goes out there. He's not going to be able to get the edge guard.
The pokos come in. The weapon tosses as well. Doesn't find a KO though, but you're happy to get back to the stage, but you lose the stock immediately with a side sig, and now Godly in a 2v1. A lot of respect with both the South Americans honed in onto Godly. The side sig comes in and finds the KO. Godly getting put on his last stock. The dunk into the side sig, into another side sig. It's a hitting his own teammate, into another stick from Ryze, and Ryze comes out on top and doesn't get the KO onto Vem, but does find one onto Wess.
Yeah, that may or may not have been a mild spaghetti. Oh, okay. Vem already going to be knocked out to his last stock, but it is Godly. I think if the blue team now, if they can focus on getting Godly out of the game, well, obviously it's going to be a 2v1. Let's see how they're going to try to make that happen. Vem, you see how much he wants it. He is committing to that GP for dear life. Godly backing up, and like that interruption. Once again from Ryze. So clutch, so good.
Off the top this time, Ryze goes with an air. Chase off recovery, avoids both recoveries. Vem 10 kilo and sweat beads, but the wings on the Devil Jin get him a little bit of grace and lands back onto the stage, avoiding the aerial assault from Ryze. This is no land zone. Godly getting a side air into his own teammate, the Unlight as well. The side air gets a hit onto Ryze, a recovery. That KO's off the top, and now Godly in a 2v1.
A 2v1, but look at the damage.
This is so bad. He avoids the GC side light.
I thought that was going to be like a GC N-Sig for Vem 10 kilo, but he didn't go through the full follow-up. Vem takes his time to get back on. He gets to pass the side sig. It's not going to get successfully interrupted, but Godly is still hanging onto the stock somehow. Spear recovery still somehow does not KO. Godly makes it back on. He touches, but then Vem 10 kilo going to go down to the slide-off N-Sig as well. This is anybody's game for the deficit. The deficit, but the name of the game is Spear not KOing.
Oh, the side air, that will find the KO, and we win the 1v1. Ryze, a 2s player at heart, is able to beat Wess in the 1v1. I cannot believe it. He takes game number 3 for his team. He wins the format change 1v1, and he is happy to do so. They're an incredibly close game, and I believe game 1 and game 2 were both flukes for both teams, because this is incredibly close.
You know, people had a lot of things to say about like my spear B-tier placement, but I have seen so many spear recoveries. At the top of the stage, I saw that spear recovery did a KO. Very nice that he was able to get the sale, very good. But you know what? Spear Does it need a... I don't know if it needs it. Anyways, he worked really hard to be able to get those KOs is what I'm trying to say. Vem10kilo, he lived so long.
3,
PJ,
2,
we're going
1,
into
brawl.
this next game. This could be an amazing win for Ryze and Godly. To take down Wess and Vem10kilo like this would be amazing.
The team combo already from the blue team as they hit 4 signatures on the Godly. Godly already into the orange, and the deeper orange turns into red as both the red team members take so much of a big damage loss there. You see recovery, doesn't KO off the top. Now Ryze can get a little bit of the action, but Godly flips it with the GC and Sig.
Oh, and the recovery spike as well. And Ryze with the follow-up that he needed. It was able to get that ground pound, and now Vem, look at the position that he is in. He is struggling to land.
What an amazing shocker if Godly and Ryze can make this happen. They're both so good, but they've never played before. This is a cross-region team.
Oh, Vem, he is getting stuck in a nasty position here. Ryze is trying to go in with a D-Light. Good punish from Wess. Wess going to be able to close out that first stock, and that's going to be the side sig to close out Ryze's as well. It is Vem10kilo who is somehow gently holding onto the stock once again, picking up the spear. We're slowing down the pace of the game for just a second. The seal was not enough to KO. Oh my god, Ryze is having such a tough time getting these KOs. He finally gets it so deep into the red.
I mean, you know, he's struggling to get KOs, but if I want any teammate, any legend teammate to close out these stocks, I definitely want it to be Godly's Teros. I mean, he's looking very good at confirming the stock, but you're right, Ryze needs to find ways to get these KOs, and he is chasing high. He's trying to do all that he can. He's just not able to. Light comes in. Godly with a dash jump into Cider, calling out the panic jump in the corner from Wess, and Wess now potentially on his last stock of winner side here at BCX.
He's got to play it safe. He's got to be careful. Let's see what happens. The sidelight Vem, that follow-up was a little bit too late. He wasn't able to get it. Vem trying to stop the edge guard. He's able to get the end sig. Look at the position that Godly is in, and then he is still able to get the ground pound. He goes out there for another ground pound. What is happening, and how did everybody make it back on?
I cannot believe that Godly not only hit the downer, but also missed the weapon toss. That looked like a confirmed situation, a really bad spot for the blue team, but somehow both of the members make it back. The side signature on the battle boots, the recovery off the top, hits his own teammate, but he's happy to take the damage to trade it away for a stock. And right now, Vem, 2 stocks to everyone else's 1.
This is so close, guys. I like that punish. I don't know what that GC and light was all about. The downer is going to be coming through successfully. Godly, oh gosh, I'm too crazy. Guys didn't go for like an end light after that. Okay.
Oh, what a deep side air from Godly. He finds the KO now. A 2v1 ensues. Wess taking the aggressive angle. You could either run or you can fight fire with fire. He immediately swarms onto Godly there as he's able to get the space from Vem. We go for a bit of a follow-up there from Ryze, but a little bit too far on that dodge away. Trying to get an end light into him, but it doesn't work out.
There's so many layers to these punishes.
Recovery.
There's so many layers to the interruptions. But guys,
Ryze, where are we going? We're down there, but he bounces off the stage. He can't make it back. Godly now. In a 2v1, Wess getting a D-Light in his sider, but he hits his own teammate. Sweat beats come out from Vem10kilo, avoids the end signature. The weapon toss off into the air on the axe. It's not over yet, but the blue team look to hover forward as Ryze challenges Wess off stage, and he gets immediately punished for it. I cannot believe that's how we lose the game. We go to game 5.
Respectfully, I hope you do not pursue a career in day trading, because let me tell you, he sold when he should not have sold. I don't know anything about stocks, but oh, why did he go for the downer, PJ? He needed it so badly, and then he ended up losing his own for it. That was so sad. It turned into a 2v1 when all he needed to do was get back onto the stage. And I know it's easy for us to say that in retrospect, but the safer play is to always, you know, try to get back on. If it hits, it hits, and then he would have been the best player of all time. It didn't hit, and now we're in a game 5.
In every permeation of weapon and legend the blue team has, that is the exact spot you cannot down air. Up and in front of both of the blue team's legends in any single combination of weapon or signature will find a way to reversal you there. I cannot believe Ryze went for that. Very uncharacteristic, and they're going to look to kind of scratch off that game and say, you know what, we're going into game number 5 with confidence. We're not even going to think about it. Oh no, Ryze in a bad spot.
Slate.
Wow.
But Wess, how is he going to get back on Godly? And guys, they're not going to choose to capitalize. They're fighting 2 gauntlets. They're like, okay, I know what Neutral is capable of. I'm going to go ahead and respect it for this time only.
Down like disarms that time. It won't be a KO option quite yet, but it will be a great way for the red team to hold onto the stage. The N-Sig comes and flies and anti-airs Godly, but Godly gets right back to the stage. Wess getting a side air into a side signature onto Godly that time, though.
Guys, that was the ample time. Maybe he was just in a bit of an awkward position. The red team is all split up. Oh gosh, the friendly fire. They're taking advantage of it now. Blue team, how do you get back on? Wess gonna be stuck at the side of the stage. Vem overcommitting, but that's still not the stock.
Okay, the D-Light into recovery. Godly, even on all that strength on the terrace, won't find a KO, but a D-Light into side air on the hammer will be the first stock. Somehow, that's the first stock, and Ryze following up with a spear recovery as well. Both the red team members on their first stock, but a couple hits away from losing it off the top, as both of the blue team members have great options to KO, whether it's signatures or recoveries this time.
They get so much damage that, like, anytime that they take a hit, it takes so long for them to reset neutral. So now it's going to be any amount of extra credit that they can deal. Wess not going to be able to punish the end light. That's usually one of the most exploitable moves in a 2 setting if they swing the second time. But now Godly finally knocked down to a second stock. They're keeping it just about even.
Ryze getting weapon start for sure. Godly able to land back onto the axis. He benefits from his own teammates' misfortune. That's a big signature downwards. Bemtek chases down with the ground pound, doesn't find a Godly saving Ryze. A downer as well, goes for a deep sider, doesn't make it back. We get a downer onto Wess. Godly getting hit with another ground pound. He nares, and his teammate recovers him back up. They both make it back. The weapon toss down. Wess with sweat beats. We lose a stock. Somehow we go for 1-for-1, and both the red team and the blue team members lose a stock in the process.
Given how the last game went, I'm telling you, if I'm red team, I am not upset about that situation. We still got a very gentle damage lead. Bemtek is deep into the red. He's being knocked off stage. Wess tries to go to his rescue. The neutral, once again, Bo is not going to be able to KO anybody off the top ever. The ground pound, PJ.
We're side airing, side sigs now. That's what we're doing now. We're at that level of play. We're down sigging in neutral. It works that time. Ryze getting a punish there as Wess gets a little hit on his teammate, but Godly's happy to take that stock. Ground pound there that time. It is chaos. Every option. This is where you pull out all the stops. It's last stock. It's game 5.
Just hovering above, ready to go through the follow-up. He went through the sail. I feel like he could have had something bigger in that position, but that's okay. Wess and Bemtek, they're doing anything that they can to be able to catch his landing. The friendly fire,
oh my goodness, no. But Godly still has an extra stock, so it's not over quite yet for the red team.
He is running away. The end sig did not connect. This is totally
I don't want to watch,
even.
Man. I'm so nervous for both teams as Ryze gets sent off stage with a dunk. Godly getting sent off stage as well. Wess following up off the gauntlet end light with a side light that time. Both the red team members make it back, but I fear they don't have many more of those left in the tank.
Oh, but the D-Sig, it's not going to find its connection. Bemtek is fishing, and he has pulled up absolutely nothing. Okay, let's see if he's going to be able to get it the third time. Sidelight recovery, not enough to KO off the top. Everybody is still somehow alive.
He gets interrupted by a weapon toss. The down sig comes out, it doesn't KO. He still holds on. Oh, wait a minute. Do we punish? Godly doesn't punish, but it's 2v1 now. Wess and Bemtek, one hit away. GCN, sig on the ground pound comes in. The punish. Wess and Bemtek pop off and win game 5.
I lost my language at that point. I had nothing else left to say. That was ridiculous. That was such a ridiculous game 5. Last stock, last hit, everybody across the board, KO moves flying and then getting interrupted, momentum being stopped back and forth. This had so many levels of interruption. It was like a conversation where people could not speak with each other.
It's crazy to think that if that was a 1v1, Godly wins the game.